So here we are. This is a producer called Chateau Les Juges, and this is the picture of the one. Actually, that's Chateau d'Yquem. I take it back. That's a famous chateau in the Sauternes region. This one I couldn't get very many pictures of the chateau, but it does indicate in this picture the hand harvesting. Now, what happens when you make these Sauternes wines or any late harvest wines, but particularly in Sauternes, they may go through and do at least 4 or 5, if not a dozen passes through the vineyards at different times to select the perfectly botrytis grapes. And they do that to make sure they get that ideal ripeness. So this wine is from the Chateau Les Juges, which is a family that dates back to, let's see, I think in the 1700s, so, excuse me, about 6 generations worth. And they only have about 12 acres, but this wine is a blend of Semillon and Sauvignon Blanc. They also farm organically. And what's unique about these two grapes is a lot of times when you have a white Bordeaux wine, the main grapes are Sauvignon Blanc, Semillon, and they sometimes have a third grape called Muscadel. But typically when you make a dry white Bordeaux, they tend to be predominantly Sauvignon Blanc and a little bit of Semillon. Now, Sauvignon Blanc has great acidity. It gives you that sort of sometimes that grassy character, but in warm climates like in Bordeaux, it can give you a lot of ripe peaches and it can give you some ripe apples, more tree and stone fruit character. But the Sauvignon Blanc often has really good acidity. But Semillon has a richness to it that adds a nice mid-palate texture. And it also adds a little bit of a vanillin or fig or lanolin character too. So the Sauvignon Blanc is dominated with dry wines, but when you make a sweet wine, as you see here, the dominating grape is Semillon. And the reason is that Semillon has thinner skins, which is more easily affected by the botrytis rot. So it's botrytis rot can easily infect Semillon, which is why it's preferred for this sweet wine.